going, everybody? Thanks for racing on into Level M Diecast FYP 86961K Circuit Legends Hot Wheels 2025 Car Culture Circuit Legends. Of course, has the great new Ferrari race car in there, which of course potentially could be a chase. There could be a chase in here. This case looks to be obviously double taped from the factory. And then nothing particular on this side. This case came from One Stop Diecast. The vendor I buy from buys from One Stop Diecast. Although I do not buy from One Stop Diecast, but my vendor does. You can see my vendor puts my name on there. So let's see if we get a chase. I will be honest with you guys. If I get a chase in here, I'm definitely not going to crack this chase. I'm really not interested in this chase, and it's still going for $200+. I will definitely do something with that chase if I get one. Again, this one is unfortunately factory double taped. I have no idea what that means, whether that means there could be a chase, could not be a chase, why it's factory double taped, I just don't know. So we'll crack this like this. And thankfully, as you can see right there, there is no chase. Well, I guess for the sake of not having to, not crack it open. Obviously, I would have loved to have a chase, to pull a chase from a case. That would have been super, super cool. So we'll just start with the models. So we're going to kick this one off right here. We'll make our box over here just a little bit. This is number 4 of 5, the Pandem Subaru BRZ. We've only seen this casting a couple of times. There is, of course, the card art. Details on the back, pretty straightforward. Ferrari 499P being a brand new casting. Details on there with your assortment, all that good stuff like that. So our Subaru BRZ, which is probably going to be the weakest link in the mix. There is your Pandem BRZ. The white is very beautifully pearlescent. Looks very, very, very good. I really like that color. Really like it. It's got some blue hues to it. Details on the front. Headlights look great. Gretty on the front man intercooler. Subaru logo on there as well. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. I think the wheel choice is pretty good on this one. And deets on the back. Pretty straightforward. No plates or nothing like that. Just tail lights and Subaru logo. Of course, the rear wing right there is plastic. So it's always been that way. Nothing new. And then just some base deets should you want to check out the base deets. So we put our Pandem up there. All right, we'll pull our next model out of here. This one right here will be our next one. This is number 1 of 5. This is your 2024 Ford Mustang RTR Spec 5-FD. There is the card art right there. Looking fancy. This one is especially spicy because of this print on the back. So they use their prototypical like disc hub wheel, that they would use for like just a solid silver color or whatever on there. But they use that wheel so that they could get the wheel print on there, and I think it looks cool. It's a little bit of a small wheel, you can tell. It's definitely a small wheel, but I think the execution of getting the print on there, I think, is worth the smaller wheel. And you can see it's super dramatic on the base as you look at it, because the tread and everything of that particular wheel is so much different than the rest of their Real Riders. The rest of the prints on the side, it's just super, super, super intricate. Tons and tons of prints all over this one. Details on the back. There is the ridiculous back end. There is the deets on the top. There's a print on there on the window. Couple different prints, as a matter of fact. It says Type S on the top, which is kind of a lower aftermarket brand. And then details around here. There is the deets in the front. And in case you guys haven't already realized, this is a brand spanking new casting. So this is not the RTR Mustang that they already have. This is a completely brand new casting. So very, very nice to see this as a brand spanking new casting. There is the deets on the bottom should you want to see those deets. The rear end is just, it's super, super chunky. Looks good though. Looks good. Big, nice model. The vent here is through the interior. This piece here is through the interior. Looks good. Looks pretty good. So throw that guy up there. Very, very nice to see that one. It's a super specific casting. I'm not really sure how much different stuff they're going to utilize for that particular car. All right, moving into super hot anticipated Ferrari 499P. This is number 2 of 5. This would be the chase if this was solid black. Unfortunately, this one's not solid black. There's no chase in my particular case. So, again, glad I don't have to not crack it open, but I would have loved to get one because they are going for a lots of dollar bills. All right, brand spanking new casting. These prototypes, these LMP style cars. I'm digging them. I'm digging them. This casting is enormous. It's really, really wide. It's really, really long. But I think it looks appropriate and it looks really, really good. The prints and stuff on there are crazy. This piece you see here, the center wing and this back wing section here, it is die cast, but it's a separate piece. That's where this particular rivet spot comes in. So it's a very, actually no, it's this rivet spot. So maybe it gets riveted in both spots, I bet you. So, because it's very interesting to see 3 rivet spots on there. But this casting, there is the details from the front. It's cool. I like race cars. I like this because it's a race car. I don't particularly care that it's Ferrari. The Ferrari itself is irrelevant to me. I just like the fact that it's a race car. And it looks really, 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 really good. There is the details in the back. Nothing particularly fancy. It's a pretty heavy model, though. There's definitely a ton of die-cast with this. Looks really, really good. There are some more prototype LMP-style cars coming down the pipeline as well. I'm still hoping that Hotwheels will give us a reboot of a proper Speed Machines, which would be really, really, really cool. All right, sliding out the next one. Here we go. Good old Porsche 911 GT3 R992, number 5 of 5. This is, of course, in Gulf Deco. Looking very, very good. This is the same casting that Roxy and Rexy came out in. So, looking very, very nice. As a matter of fact, if I would have got a Ferrari Chase, I would have traded it straight across for a Roxy. Just saying. I would have loved to do that. And I guarantee you I could have found somebody to do that trade, for sure. There is our 911 GT3. This was a really good casting. It's nice to see that we get another version. Details on this one are extremely nice. There's a little bit of extra print on the rear window to keep that orange stripe flowing. The roll cage on the inside of the car is orange as well, so that looks good. Of course, the Gulf blue. There is the prints on the back. Looking pretty average, but looks good. The wing on this particular one's a little bit crooked. No big deal. It's plastic, so it's going to happen. Details on the opposite side, again, just says Gulf. Looking pretty nice. There is lensed headlights on this one. So I think that's pretty prototypical of most Porsches these days. They're getting a little bit easier to make lensed headlights, and so that's, of course, what most die-cast manufacturers would be doing. So there is your deets. Again, a new casting back then, since it was rocking in the Roxy and Rexy realm. So I don't have a Roxy, unfortunately. So maybe someday, So get this out of here. And then the very last one in the mix, number 3 of 5. This is your Porsche 917KH. That is not a new casting. That casting's existed. As a matter of fact, it's not even like the really, really nice premium version of this particular casting. The Carter is great, though. Carter's really good. It's not the like super nice premium version of this casting. It's like the average one. You can tell by the stance of it, how high the wheels sit up. It doesn't look all that great. So I've also used this one in the mainline. So the best version of this one is the 100%, which has an opening back. And obviously we're not going to get opening parts in Circuit Legends, but they could have done a little bit better version of this particular casting. But it's fine. It's fine. Details in the back. You see some engine details. The taillights are printed up. The details on the top are average. Pretty common deco for the 917. I definitely don't like the way it sits from the side. It just sits way too high up. This is a Le Mans style car. It should be pretty much glued to the ground. But other than that, it's all right. To be honest with you, I honestly, even though it's a Porsche, I still think that's probably the weakest car in the mix. I really thought it'd be the Pandem, but I'd have to say this is definitely the weakest car in the mix. So, for sure. The Ferrari's really, really nice. The Ferrari's really great. I really think that the Mustang's the best in the mix, though. new casting. The details for the rear wheel is really, really cool. So I'd have to put that one number one. And of course Ferrari right after, because it is new casting, a prototype LMP style car, looking very good. And then of course your Golf, Porsche, your Pandem, and then unfortunately this guy right at the end. So no chase, but that is Circuit Legends 2025 car culture. Keeping it rolling. And drop a comment, let me know what you think about those. And let me know what you think about the Mustang and their choice to use that wheel. I think that was the best choice that they had without tooling up a new wheel. So anyways, drop a comment. We'll catch you next time on LMD. Peace.